The search began early Tuesday morning. We're being held about...
The FBI wrapped up.
Out there, we didn't find her.
Crystal Rogers disappeared.
Remember Crystal Rogers?
Of Bardstown near the intersection of Tommy and Sherry Ballard.
To bring Crystal home.
8 years after Bardstown mom Crystal Rogers disappeared, finally a break in the case. A Nelson County man is behind bars.
WDRB investigative reporter Valerie Chin has been digging into the suspect's past and uncovers what we've learned about him.
It was a sealed case that's now been made public. 32-year-old Joseph Lawson pleaded not guilty to conspiracy to commit murder and complicity to tampering with evidence in the Crystal Rogers case. That means authorities believe he was involved in some way and that he didn't act alone.
The indictment says on July 3rd, 2015 and or July 4th, 2015 in Nelson County, Kentucky, that you committed the offense of criminal conspiracy to commit murder when, with the intention of promoting or facilitating the crime, you agreed to aid one or more persons in the planning or commission of the crime. So do you understand what you're charged with in that indictment?
Kind of, but yes, sir.
The indictment does not mention Rogers by name, but Lawson's attorney, Kevin Coleman, confirmed to WDRB News that the case is related to Rogers, but declined to say more. Nothing in court documents indicates how or even if Lawson knew Rogers. The special prosecutor for the case says there's a lot of evidence, 2 terabytes worth, but we don't know yet what evidence is in there. Rogers was last seen in 2015. Her car left running on the Bluegrass Parkway with her purse still inside. She's presumed dead. Her body was never found. Brooks Houck, Rogers' boyfriend, is the only suspect named in the case, but he was never charged. We also reached out to Crystal's mother, Sherry Ballard. She says she's been advised to not comment on this case.
What it must be like for Sherry, who's been waiting for this break for 8 years. Val, I know that you've been going through Houck's police interrogations again. Have you found anything that gives you new insight?
Well, days after Rogers went missing, investigators questioned a phone call that was made to Houck around midnight that lasted 13 seconds. Houck then called that phone number during the police interview, and he called a person with the same last name as Joseph Lawson. He called a Steve Lawson, who says he worked for him. But we don't know whether Steve Lawson has any relation to Joseph Lawson.
All right, continuing to connect the dots. Thanks so much.